So how do you think 7/4 will end? Do you think, like, what do you think is going to happen with Giovanni? How do you think it's going to go down? Whenever I put up a question up here, even if I don't write the word why, it should always be implied, just that way. Because again, it should be 2 to 3 sentences. So you always want to make sure that you're thinking about not just how do you think it's going to happen, but why do you think it's going to go down that way? So that's what you need to be putting on there, especially if you're like struggling to think like, oh, what else can I write or what do I need to write? Yeah.
What kind of story is this?
It's fiction, and I mean, as far as like genre goes, I was telling her I would consider it absurdist. Which does anybody know what the word absurd means? ADSURD.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like exactly. It's basically ridiculous, over the top. So I would say that this one, and this is not like wacky or anything, but it's like kind of like things that would never really happen in real life in a lot of ways, but it's kind of exaggerating like a bigger point. So, I mean, as far as the genre goes, just more think about like, again, like I said, the smoking gun thing that we highlighted yesterday, you know? Were you not here? Okay. Was anybody else not here so I can give them the story? Okay, too. Fortunately, we've only gone through one page of it, so you guys haven't missed too much. Does anybody need more time? And for the 2 people who were not here yesterday, obviously you can't really answer this. So just remember that this isn't due for a couple of weeks. So just make sure you go back and add your responses for this. All right. So a couple of things I need you guys to do. Yeah, what's up?
Should I share it?
Oh, I don't actually want you to share it because what if you're right and I don't want it to be spoiled for everybody. So this one we're just gonna go ahead and skip the sharing part. So what I do need you guys to do though on your papers is I would like you to number the pages. You can either do it at the bottom or at the top, I don't care. Just number it. So it's 12 pages, so number 1 through 12, so that way you guys can keep track of where we are in the story. Alright, so should have everything numbered. Just a reminder that yesterday, so we did this. So for those of you who were not here yesterday, you can either look at somebody else's paper near you, or this will be on slide 107. It's actually on two slides, it's on 105 and 107. So that way you can just like scroll down to the slide and not have to like click through 100 slides. But it's on slides 105 and 107. So basically we're going to continue annotating today. We're going to be annotating today and tomorrow. More than likely it is a little bit of a longer story. Some of our other stories are a little shorter than this. So we'll take us a few days to kind of get through it. But we're going to continue the same annotation that we started yesterday. So those of you who are not here, we're circling words we don't know. You don't have to write a definition for it. It's just kind of for me to see like what you're struggling with. I mean, by all means, look it up if you don't know the word. If you feel like it's one that you like can't figure out like by the context. Box any words for imagery. Remember, imagery isn't just your sight. It's any of your five senses. So sight, smell, sound, feeling. There's a fifth one in there. But the most important thing is the underline. So underlining words or phrases that shows portray feelings. So this is something that we talked about yesterday. And again, if you weren't here yesterday, again, you can also watch the YouTube video if you can't like figure it out from the slides, because again, I did kind of go over some stuff yesterday. But with characterization, again, there's two types. Does anybody remember what they're called?
Indirect and direct characterization.
Indirect and direct. So an example of direct characterization would be character X is lazy. Indirect characterization is character X never does his homework. Right? So I'm not saying he's lazy, but maybe we can imply or make some implications. But it might not just be laziness, because you can interpret that many different ways. Maybe he's rebellious. Maybe they feel like the homework is beneath them. So obviously it doesn't, when it's indirect, it's open to multiple interpretations. But when it's direct, we don't really have a choice but to accept what the author says. Highlighting, again, foreshadowing, so that's hints about what's going to happen later in the story. We saw several examples of that. You can highlight sentences that you feel like, oh, I think this is like kind of the message that the author is trying to give to the reader, or anything that you feel is like important in the story. And then a 1 to 2 sentence summary at the bottom of each page. So for example, for the first page, I'll give you a 1 sentence summary. It's basically, Giovanni Corte has some sort of illness, and he's been admitted to the hospital on the 7th floor where only mild cases are treated. That's all you have to say. Basically, this is substituting me quizzing you on the story to make sure you guys understand it. So that way, like I said, I don't quiz all the time, but I do need to make sure that you guys like know what's going on in the book, and this is a good substitute. So. But you're doing pages 2 through 7. If you don't finish it today, whatever is left over will be homework, because we're going to be doing the rest of the story tomorrow, pages 8 through 12. A lot of people finished it in class. A couple of people were almost done. They were like 1 page shy. Also, something that you guys will have that they didn't, because, it was kind of screwed up, so I had to make a new version of it. But last year, when we were online, I made an audiobook version of the story. So It's on the slides, or if you're like, if you go to just my YouTube channel, you can do that too, which is in Canvas, but, 7 floors though is there. It's about a half an hour long, so you can like listen to it and read along as you go, because I know for some people, it's a good way to like kind of force you to like read at a steady pace, as opposed to like, some people like read real fast and they read real slow and just back and forth, so it's there. I would suggest listening into with, buds or, just any sort of headphones that you guys have, but, it's there. You don't have to, but it is available. Most of the stories we read, I have some like audio version of it. So I listen to audiobooks all the time. In fact, even for like my master's classes that I'm taking, I've found lots of audio versions of my books. I know I'm busy. I know you guys are all busy too. So it makes it kind of easier to get through reading sometimes. So, but. Do anybody have any questions for me though about this? And you need to do all these, but this is the most important one, because when we go to write our essay in October, when we reference back to all these stories that we read like 2 months ago, you're already gonna have quotes underlined, so that way you don't have to like reread the whole story again and figure out like what's going on. So that's why we're doing this, is to make you more prepared for stuff we're gonna do later on. But I'll stop talking. You guys go ahead and read. If you have questions, let me know, and I'll come around and check on you.